Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks, we're coming in to you this morning. We have got Loophole back with us. Good morning.
Happy Friday. They let me out for, good behavior.
Yeah. I asked Sheriff Ken Henderson if he'd let you have like a space where you could like live stream in, but I guess that didn't work out.
Oh, that's where I am now.
Yeah.
They put this behind me.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. They're really nice over there.
Obviously, I don't know, man. What was you thinking jogging naked?
Well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. The weather was really nice. It was becoming a beautiful fall weather out there. You got to do what you got to do.
Well, it's a good thing they turned him loose for lack of evidence. So there you go. There you go. All right, we're back with you, folks. We got Congressman Andrew Clyde will be calling in today, and really want to talk to him. We got a lot going on with Charlie Kirk. The investigation is continuing. Actually, last night I was watching where they broke and released the video of the young man that shot
allegedly
definitely shot Charlie Kirk for God only knows why, run across the top of the building.
Yep.
And then come back over. And then he actually jumped off the building.
Yeah. That's like a 2-story building. That's like 20 feet.
Yeah. That's a pretty good jump.
I mean, I fell off a 10-foot ladder and am permanently disabled as a result. I couldn't imagine surviving a 20-foot drop like that.
Yeah. But you're old.
That's true.
Yeah.
And very uncoordinated.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'd probably be where they'd find me right there. So yeah. Okay, now Emory Alexander just said Trump just announced they caught the suspect. So we'll dig that up and see what we can find. Go to X, see what we can find on that as we're talking. One of the things, yesterday we were talking about, and everybody's got figures and angles. I always go to that on what they're speculating on what's going on with this. We talked about it being a professional shooter, but now the more that they look into this, and I might be wrong, I'm just speculating like everybody else, that they found a 30-06 rifle, which is a pretty powerful gun. I think it used to be the old sniper rifles they used back in the day. Now I could be wrong. You tell me. I'd like to ask Andrew Clyde on this because I know he's pretty much a gun expert.
Yeah, he's the guy to ask.
And so they found it in the woods, and it's actually the bullets and the gun had stuff inscribed on it.
Yeah. And depending on which news source you read, the writings are either social in nature, or they're Antifa and transgender in nature, again, depending on your particular choice of news sources.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm looking right now and see if we can find anything.
Yeah. But the problem is when they had 2 people in custody yesterday, we got excited, and now I don't want to confuse a headline we're looking at now with one of the ones from yesterday where they said they got someone and they've since released them. Yeah.
I don't know. Breaking news. What do you think, Pat?
I have a problem with all the speculation since we really don't have anybody in custody.
Right.
All of this is just, spitballing what could have, might have happened. So it is pretty useless. I mean, I read some posts yesterday on social media about people complaining about somebody wrote, one of yours shot one of ours.
Right.
How do they know it's one of theirs that shot one of ours?
Well, the person who posted that at the time probably was using the information about the slogans that were written on the ammunition and the rifles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we don't know what's on the slogans, though.
Well, yeah, and we don't. Are the slogans a red herring? Or
not according to this leak by the ATF, but maybe they are. We'll see.
I mean, maybe the person really wants to send the trail the other way, away from them. Maybe it is a professional, yet for some reason other than LBGQT, XYZ, whatever that is, however you refer to that.
Well, I don't know, dragging them in on it, but definitely liberal. Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir.
I think it comes from the liberal side.
How do you think everybody on the liberal side believes that?
Believes that it was from the liberal side?
No, believes that we need to start shooting people.
Well, I mean, looking at the past history, like we said yesterday, pretty much most of it comes from that that side, does it not? I mean, it's just, I mean, here we got, okay, looks like Chuck Schumer. He's up there. We need to come together. You know, we ought to should not be pointing fingers and blame. We ought to come together. And this is the same guy that's saying riot and burn cities.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
show up at the Supreme Court
in the
Justice's house.
Party.
The fact that politicians speak out of both sides of their mouth surprises you, right?
No, but the fact that they're inciting violence is really what they're doing. You know, we're going to put a bullet in his back. We're going to blare him. We're going to do all these things that speak of violence. That's the problem.
Conservative politicians never do that. Never talk about going to war. Or, you know,
well, now going to war and going out.
And I don't mean regular war. I mean going to war on the ideas that
can you name
liberals have.
Can you name them?
Stephen.
I mean, for an instance, I'm just asking. I can name. I mean, you can go back and look.
Can I name? Yeah, listen to Andrew when he talks this afternoon or when he comes on. He does it.
He does it. He
sure he does. Sure he does.
Explain that to me.
His lips move, words come out.
I've never heard him say anything.
This is agonizing.
Well, you know, if you're a big supporter of the TVA, then I guess I can interpret his support for our economy and our way of life here as being incitement of violence, I guess. No, Pat, that's ridiculous. I mean, I've never heard Andrew say anything that can be construed as inciting violence.
No.
All right. Don't say anything to him. Just have our regular conversation and then tell me what you heard.
I'm going to say, hey, Pat said.
No, but
the
cat in the hat would say that.
The cat in the hat. You ain't kidding.
Yeah.
I put her out there. I ain't scared. Yeah.
Whistleblower.
Yeah, whistleblower. No, blackstabber. You're wrong though, Pat, on this. I mean, I you look back and you see all these Democrat Schumer and his little group of friends, and they're all like, if you see a Republican eating, you go and terrorize them.
Get in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. I got that Chase Hughes. I really like that guy. He's on the behavioral panel, and he had a thing out there. This is a lot of. He calls it smoke and mirrors, where they're trying to turn each other against everybody. Okay, so you got the right against the left, Republicans and the Democrats, but around here, your neighbor. I mean, it's like Harry Vaughn. He's worried to death. Okay, Harry. We give Harry a hard time. Harry really is. I mean, other than his political views, I mean, he would help you if he could. He really
absolutely.
would.
He's a great guy. I love
give you the shirt off of someone else's back. I tell you that. Hey, they did confirm. Emery sent me that, and I was searching for it. Sorry, but I couldn't find it. They did. Okay. Trump did say here. Let me go back to it because it's just one line on the Fox News website. Happening now. President Trump confirmed suspect in custody following Charlie Kirk assassination. So they do have somebody. Charlie Kirk suspected assassin captured.
Well, now they've got. I think $100,000 reward.
100,000,
which is crazy. You have to spend $100,000 to get somebody to do what's right. Yeah. So, and then they've got all kinds of pictures. He actually had a shirt on, and it says "Land of the Free, Home of the Brave," which in my mind, I was thinking he maybe wore that just to kind of throw.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's the one that he said that was
right.
They were looking for. I'm assuming that's the same person, right?
That's what allegedly.
Okay.
We got to keep saying that because my lawyer over here.
Every other word.
Yeah. So anyway, but I looked at that shirt, and it's so I feel like he wore that because I don't feel like this guy wants Home of the Brave and Land of the Free or whatever.
No.
Yeah. At all. Anyway, let's jump to a quick break. See if we can dig up anything else on this. I'm gonna go to Truth Social and see if Trump's got anything saying on that. He normally goes on that before he does anything else, so we don't know for sure. That being said, let's get to a quick break, and y'all keep the comments coming in. Let's know what you think. Like I said, we have got Andrew Clyde coming in today, and I'd like to ask him about this 30-06 gun and what his take is on that, and see if he incites violence like Pat Malone says. All righty. Oh, y'all are right. I reckon Trump did say that they have a suspect in custody, which is a good thing. So now we can find out maybe if it's the right one. We don't know for sure. We don't know what's going on with that. And it's just happening now. He's on Fox and Friends. I think he just was on that. So we'll keep up with that. But one of the things that I seen that we was talking about, and of course, Pat Malone's going to be laughing at me again, and I totally agree. He's talking about we need quick trials. Boy, that's going to open up a can of worms.
Speedy trials. I mean, we have a right to a speedy trial anyway.
The question is talking about quick trials like they do in China. Okay.
Yeah.
Those aren't trials. those are kangaroo courts.
I'm good with that. Yeah,
Okay.
that.
All right.
I mean,
move us one step closer to communism, huh, Stephen?
Well, no.
I'm good with that.
It's not.
I get behind that.
Let me ask you something. Okay, we just seen that guy on the subway that killed that girl, right?
Yeah.
That's a quick trial right there, man. I mean, we got you on
true.
video. You're guilty. You've done it. You're out of here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his being the judge, jury, and executioner of the poor girl. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, I'm talking about we've seen a video of him actually stab that girl. Is there any question that he killed her?
No question that he killed her. Question has to do with his mental capacity, unfortunately.
No, it does not. Pat, I mean, come on. Does this have anything to do with his mental capacity?
Yeah, it probably does legally.
Yeah, that's what I mean. From a legal standpoint, that's what his defense lawyers will argue, that Liz didn't have the capacity, didn't have the mental capacity.
So if we had like quick trials, it's like, okay, this is allegedly, definitely he did this because we've got it on video. We watched him do it. We know he do it. They had eyewitnesses he done it. Why have a trial?
Little thing called
why bother with the law? Yeah.
Well, that's
little thing
I
called
like that, Stephen.
okay. We've got the Constitution. I'm with you on that. Let's take him to court. Okay.
Yeah, okay, exactly. And therein lies the rub. Let's take him to court. I mean, various state constitutions that lay out the procedures and state statutes that lay out the procedures say, you know, within X hours or X days, you got to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that. But at some point that stops, and then we're in the judicial process, and that's where the backlog is, and that's where everything takes forever.
So how can we streamline this?
More lawyers. Woo!
That's a good idea.
Yeah, more. Yeah, there you go.
Let's go.
But I mean, I don't know if I'm the crazy one in the room.
Simply put a limitation on the time that you can appeal. And I said the other day, 10 years, maybe somebody wants 5 years. I don't know what the time is, but it certainly isn't 30 or 40 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lifetime.
So what is the defense on this case? Let's just talk about this guy right here this shot Kirk. Okay. Charlie Kirk.
Talking about this case. Okay.
Now let's go back to that.
Yeah.
Okay. So they've actually got all this evidence that they've gathered up that he probably, whoever it is, not if this guy's arrested. We don't know if this is the right guy or not.
Right.
They've got all this information and all this stuff that he did it. They've got fingerprints.
Palm print, shoe print.
So what defense would you do on this? I mean, were you going with defense on this? If you were the lawyer, and I know it's crazy for me to ask you that, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Nah.
What would be the defense on this?
Mental insanity. That's if you have everything proven, concrete, video evidence, fingerprints, DNA. The only thing you can say is, yes, I did it, but, and that but is your exception. And the exception is I didn't have the mental capacity to realize what I was doing.
Okay.
Now, the argument against that is, oh, you didn't have the mental capacity to sneak a gun. Apparently, it looked like the 30-06 may have been stuck in his jeans as he was walking down the street, and may have been. You had the mental capacity to climb up on top of a roof. You had the mental capacity to pull the trigger. You had the mental capacity to get off of the roof and somehow not break your foot and
Don't forget,
have it hurt you for the rest of your life.
on the gun.
And scribe all that stuff on the gun and the ammunition, the cartridges. And yet, the second you pulled that trigger, that's when you lost your mental capacity. I don't know how that's going to work.
Okay, let me ask you something. Okay, he's mentally did not realize what he's doing. Did he or did he not, whoever this guy is, shoot Charlie Kirk and kill him?
Allegedly, yes.
Okay, so he allegedly killed him.
Again, assuming that this guy in custody is the guy.
I'm just saying whoever the guy is.
Okay.
What difference does it make if he's insane or not?
That's what I was just about to say. Obviously, that's a stupid defense for any murder like that, because obviously you're insane.
But you still kill somebody.
That's the point. It's like you're insane because you did that, so that's not a defense.
Well, depending on
that makes you insane. That doesn't alleviate the symptoms of him being dead. You're still guilty of that, whether you're insane or not.
That's true, but the problem there is, and it goes back to something Pat brought up last week or maybe earlier this week. What do you do? Like I've said before, okay, you get judged and the judge says, you know what, you're right. I believe that the psychiatrists who said that you were insane, that you did not know what you were doing when you pulled that trigger. Mm-hmm. We're gonna. That's how you were adjudicated. Smack that hammer down, and the defendant will get taken away, and he will get put into a facility for a little while. And once he's done with that program, he's right back out on the streets. And the answer to that is insane asylums and mental health institutions.
Okay, here you go. He still kills somebody.
Correct, but a mental institution, man, that ain't Shangri-La. It's still a prison. You're not free to leave the mental facility. You got to stay there, and they ain't real nice. I mean, yeah, I guess you're not in a 6x9 cell, but it's still less than ideal. It is not a free life. So if we could bring back these mental health institutions, that might be a pretty good way to get forward on the path of fixing this problem.
Well, if this was
the other thing we ought to do is the day that he gets released from a mental institution, he gets recharged because he's no longer mentally incompetent.
That's a good point too. Now, the only issue I can see with that is statute of limitations. So you'd have to write a rule in there that says, "Hey, man, that statute of limitations."
I don't think there's
not
any
because we've already adjudicated you. So that's the only.
Are there statutes of limitations that apply to murder? I don't believe there are.
Yeah, no, you're right.
My point is, crazy or not crazy, he killed somebody. He ought to have to give his life. I mean, I don't.
There's your Hammurabi code.
The what?
Hammurabi code, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
I'm good with that. Are you not good with that?
I'm pretty sure that's what they use in Sharia law.
Well, I have no idea, but I mean, would you not think it would curb a lot of the craziness going on?
Well, yeah, it would.
The death penalty curb it? Has the death penalty curbed anybody?
They don't use it much, Pat.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But it's there and it's possible.
And even when they do use it, it's not enforced. We've talked about this before too. 30 years on death row, 40 years on death row. Where's the deterrent there? You get decades of free meals.
Yeah. And this guy, I mean, I'm sorry, whoever he is or she, we don't know which one it is. You can't tell by the dress. Right. This was definitely premeditated. Do you not think? I mean, in my opinion, so that
how do you know that?
Well, because clearly he got into a heated argument immediately before that and decided in the heat of passion to get on that roof and pull out that gun that he had in his pants.
Can you give any reason to believe that it's not premeditated?
Yeah, that's
Pat?
nothing about being on a rooftop.
Did you leave your house with a weapon? I mean, it's like. I mean,
maybe maybe he was planning to go deer hunting. Maybe he was going to sight in his rifle for deer season.
Oh, Pat, how? I ain't even gonna read that.
I mean, that what I just said is as stupid as what you said.
No, it's not at all.
Well, okay,
sure.
All right.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt. I mean,
we've been adjudicated here. It's not.
So he didn't he did not figure all the angles on this. He did not inscribe on the gun. He did not inscribe on the bullets. He did not wear black. He did not, sneak around. He didn't. Yeah. Okay, Pat. Sometimes you amaze me. And I say an eye for an eye. And I don't care if y'all say,
Hammurabi code.
I mean, honestly, come on. If it was your family, I mean, think about it. That's what I always think about. What if it's your family, Pat?
Yeah, that's why your family doesn't get to sit on a jury for someone who killed someone in your family.
Yeah, well, I got it figured out how to get out of that. When they call me for jury duty, I'm like, man, I can look them in the eye and tell if they're innocent or guilty. I can see. You don't even have to have a trial.
There you go.
And out the door I go.
Judge Dredd.
I am the law. Let's get to a break because I know Congressman Andrew Clyde, if he ain't too busy, he's going to be calling us today. So let's jump to a quick break. All righty, we are back with you. Hope everybody's good out there. And I reckon, according to this, I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody. That's what he said. So a high degree of certainty. I like the way these guys put that stuff out there. Yeah. But anyway, Andrew Clyde is not called in yet. So I hope he does. We're really looking forward to that. Yeah. No doubt.
Here's a question I have. When do all the riots start?
Which riots?
All the right-wing riots that now that they've assassinated Charlie Kirk. When do we get to start breaking into like the Circuit City or the Best Buy and start taking TVs and whatnot?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's a good possibility of that. But one of the things about
there's no possibility that we're going to start rioting. Are you kidding? We don't do that. That's horrible lawless behavior.
They're going to riot for the kid, I guess is what I'm saying, or whoever it is. But I think Charlie Kirk this is a big movement going on in America right now. If you look,
It certainly is.
And and they're bringing all these. They've actually got a thing on X, and I've been watching. It's trending right now. Let's see if I can find it.
You're talking about everyone getting fired? Is that what you're talking about?
No, trending right now. It's called what is it called? I can't even remember. It's talking about idiots or whatever, and they're exposing all the people that's making fun of them and that kind of. We got him.
Got him on there.
Hey, good morning, Congressman Andrew Clyde. How are you doing?
Good morning, gentlemen. Well, other than a little frog in my voice that came from too many hours in D.C. this week, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
All right. Well, Packy, he's had that same thing. We thought he finally hit puberty, but he's back to his little squeaky voice again. So,
Andrew, you say you got a frog in your voice from being in D.C. too long?
Yeah, well, being up too long, and appropriations of hearings went until 1 a.m. in the morning.
Wow. I thought you were going to say it's because D.C. is so dirty it needs to be cleaned.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's good. That's great.
Just a little setup for you. Threw a little softball pitch in there for you.
Oh, you caught me there. That's awesome. I love that. It definitely needs to be clean. It definitely does.
It's definitely getting better. Man, everybody in the world is talking about this thing with Charlie Kirk, which is a very sad thing. I was a big fan of his. Never knew him, but I followed him pretty heavy. And I don't know if you ever met him or not, but
I did. I was on his show a couple times, met him, was at a couple of his Turning Point events. An incredible man, an amazing man.
Amen.
And a tragic loss for our nation. And but I will tell you this, the lesson we need to take from this is that we need to take what he has been saying and amplify it.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what's happening right now. He has literally become the MLK of our generation.
Mm-hmm.
And there needs to be 1 million Charlie Kirks out there now.
Yeah.
And taking on these radical leftists every solitary time.
Mm-hmm.
Open debate, and they want to take you down with loud screaming.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they have. They have no content. We have content. We have the legitimate argument. They do not. And we will win every time.
You know what's sad about this, though, man? They killed Charlie Kirk. He's not a politician.
No.
They killed him because he's good. And everything he stood up for, God, he's just good. He's just good.
And he was good at arguing and good at using his God-given powers of debate in a rational, reasonable manner. And as you said, Andrew, look, there were people screaming against him and yelling and shouting. What did he do? He gave him a microphone and said, "Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't agree with me, come to the front of the line. Let's talk about it."
Yeah. Let me ask you something, Andrew. Now, yesterday we talked about this, and everybody's got figures and angles and all that, and they're thinking, "Oh, this has got to be a professional hit." But now we find out that he used a 30-06 is kind of what they're leaning
older
towards.
model. Yeah.
Mauser.
Yeah, Mauser.
Yeah. So
it looks like a converted military rifle.
So what do you think on this? It seems like it's not, to me, a hit from a professional. It'll look like a young kid just with a lucky shot. But that 30-06, you know a lot about guns. That's a pretty powerful gun, is it not?
It is. It's a very powerful cartridge, and it's a very long-range cartridge as well. Looking at the gun itself, it had a scope on it. 200 yards is not a difficult shot for someone with the scope rifle. That is, the scope is actually accurate in with the rifle itself. It's on target. But but this is what you get. You have the radical left that has no ability to respond to a solid conservative argument, and so they go violent. Mm-hmm. And you see that across the country. You see that with the rhetoric on the left. They have no arguments, so all they say is violence, violence, violence. The politicians are echoing it, and the people are taking it seriously, and some lunatics are then actually going and executing on it. And they're becoming violent and they're creating violence, and the people are suffering for it. And you're right, Charlie Kirk wasn't a politician at all. But he was a man who had an incredible ability to articulate the argument of the right, which is correct, and they couldn't stand it, so they took him out. And unfortunately, from what President Trump said this morning, they have a suspect now. They believe the suspect in custody.
Amen.
And that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Andrew, something you said, I just want to build on. Not only are they pushing for it and actively sort of advocating for it, but they're cheering and they're applauding it too. I mean, look how many people got fired yesterday.
Yeah.
Teachers and pundits and there was that guy that worked for the Carolina Panthers that came out and said something horrible and he got fired. They're cheering it on. That's what I don't understand.
And that shows you how radical left they are. I mean, we're seeing it. I saw post after post after post of military members.
Yes.
All right, coming out and saying, this is a good thing. I mean, thank you to this person who murdered Charlie Kirk. And these guys have to remember one thing. It's not just the opportunity for them to be fired and drummed out of the military, but they also have the Uniform Code of Military Justice to deal with.
Right.
And there's things like court martials, and that's what's going to happen to all of these folks. You're not in the military, you're not subject to the UCMJ, but if you are, you will be held accountable. And believe me, Secretary of War, and I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Secretary of War, Hegseth, okay. Will hold you accountable, and it doesn't matter what rank you are. And I've seen it everything from petty officers, all the way up to commanders so far. And this radical left ideology that spews violence has no place in this country. No place whatsoever.
I'm gonna change this just a little bit. You've got a new thing the Clean DC Act.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's J.D. Vance.
Yeah,
J.D. Vance. This is I'm bringing back what we passed in the House and what we passed in the Senate. All right, back in 2023, J.D. Vance was the Senate sponsor of it when he was a senator, and then before he became our vice president. And I actually talked to him about it, and he was pretty happy about it. But it was his legislation in the Senate. So it passed the House and the Senate, but Biden vetoed it. It was the second bill that I had before the President Biden's desk in 2023. And the first one he was forced to sign, that was the revised Criminal Code Act, which the city council eliminated all mandatory minimum sentences for violent crime, second-degree murder and below. All right, insanity. Well, this one is an anti-police act. And as a result, it limited the ability of the police to engage protesters when they were protesting the police. All right. It limited their ability to view their own body cameras. That's
crazy.
It was insanity. Well, it resulted in over 1,200 DC Metro Police just saying, I'm sorry, I'm quitting. I'm going to go work for somebody else. So we lost a tremendous amount of police because they felt they had no support whatsoever from the government of DC, from the city council. And they were right. So we tried to take it down. President Biden vetoed it. We were not able to overcome the veto. But this piece of legislation just passed the Oversight Committee this week. It's coming to the floor, not next week, but the first week we come back in October, from what the leadership tells me right now. And the vice president will be echoing his support for that, with his bill in the Senate. And so looking forward to that passing both the House and the Senate. I actually have one Democrat, Henry Cuellar, who was carjacked in Navy Yard, which is about a mile from the Capitol, by three hoodlums with guns. He himself was carjacked. So he is an original co-sponsor. So his name's going to be on the bill with mine as well. So we look forward to it passing and cleaning DC.
Amen. So, I think we need to clean the whole country, man. I guarantee it. I can't wait for everybody moving in Chicago and everywhere else. It's just crazy.
Andrew,
Memphis,
Yeah.
St. Louis is what the president was saying.
Oh, Memphis is just terrible. I mean, it is absolutely a cesspool. Yeah, no doubt.
So, Andrew, the Clean DC Act stands for Common Sense Law Enforcement and Accountability Now in DC Act. How is it that you guys come up with these awesome acronyms all the time? That's just so cool. Like, you reverse engineer it. I mean, like, how does that work?
Chat GPT.
You have AI in there helping you out. Like,
hey, there's all sorts of ways to do. We have some very creative interns up there, and we let them compete with each other and
that's
say,
awesome.
hey, you know, and they come up with some great names, some great acronyms, and so it's a bit of a competition up there, and we come up with some good ones, that's for sure.
Okay, another problem we got. Okay, we got all these people breaking the laws, and they send them to prisons is overcrowded.
Yep.
Okay, we know that prisons are overcrowded, and I know for a fact because I actually have a friend of mine that is there, and there's more drugs in jail than there are out on the streets, man.
Yeah.
Well, drugs are certainly a problem. I think that closing our southern border and our northern border both, because the northern border it's a problem, not near to the extent of the southern border, but I think doing that has cut down on the flow of drugs significantly,
right.
And then the additional manpower down there to do that.
Yeah.
But
we want to see chain gangs back. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, like that Pretender song.
I think prison should be prison.
Yeah. We're saying.
Amen.
I think prison should be prison.
Yep.
And do away with these Nintendos and all these other fun and games things in prison, and
that makes too
they
much
should
sense.
pay the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to do this to you, Andrew, but I know Pat Malone's got a question.
Hey,
There you go.
Congressman, given that we're halfway through the month of September, how are the 12 appropriation bills proceeding?
Well, this past week, the committee finished all 12 of our appropriation bills and reported all 12 out of committee onto the House floor. We have, let's see, the Senate is working on 3 appropriations bills. I think they've passed 3 of them on the House floor. I believe we've passed 3 on the House floor as well. So we still have a good week more to do the appropriations bills. And then we have a couple of more days after that of legislative session right now. I think what we're going to see is an opportunity for 3 appropriations bills to be passed both in the House and the Senate and conferenced, and then come back to be passed in the House and Senate both. So I think we'll have that. There will be a continuing resolution, I'm certain. It will probably be for 3 or 4 weeks so that appropriations can finish the other 9 bills. And then I think when we get the first 2 sets, the first one, I don't know the exact amount of government funding, but it's it's probably 20 or 30% of government funding that will have been conferenced and hopefully will be passed by both and signed by the president into law. So it's going to be a combination now. As of September the 30th, I would like to see all 12 passed by the House and passed by the Senate, exactly as the House has done them. They're as conservative as we could get out of our Republicans who are more in very swing districts, but I think it's going to be a combination of a signed appropriation bills and a partial continuing resolution, so that we can finish the appropriations. There's also a potential of doing what's called a year long, or maybe into December of 26 continuing resolution. So we don't have while we work on appropriations. Okay, it's not the answer.
Right.
It's a long-term answer. So we don't have a government shutdown. If Schumer wants to have a government shutdown, it's going to be on him.
Well, what do you think the possibility of that's going to be?
Well, the Democrats are, generally, they hate government shutdowns. They always want to blame it on Republicans. All right. But if Republicans do our job, all right, and we pass the funding like we've done in our committee, then it's going to be on those 7 Democrat senators that are necessary in order to stop the filibuster. And it's going to be totally on the Democrats. And if they can't do it in the Senate because of those 7 Democrats that refuse to vote for conservative government funding, then it's going to be a Schumer shutdown. And the beautiful thing about a shutdown, though, is, and this is what the Democrats know, they hand all the power to Russ Vought, okay, the director of the OMB, and to President Trump in the White House to determine what is open and what is not.
Wow.
And so I'll guarantee you that every liberal program that was funded, all right, is going to have their funding cut, all right, by Russ Vought and President Trump. And the Democrats are terrified of that.
Well,
brilliant.
I say let's shut them down and leave them down. Yeah. The heck,
Well,
man.
thank you for explaining. Oh, go ahead, Andrew.
And so it's going to be totally on the Democrats what they do. But we have tremendous leverage right now with us having the administration and a conservative Russ Vought, a conservative OMB director who handles all the money in the administration.
All right. Anything else you want to know, Pat?
No, that was good.
You sure there's nothing else you want to say, Pat?
Yeah.
No, Steve, no, there isn't.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
All right.
All right, Andrew. We sure appreciate you calling in every other week, man. We keep up with you. So yeah, if we can help you, man, don't you hesitate to give us a call.
Amen.
Well, thank you. It was great to see you guys up there at the Lake Chattooga event.
Yeah.
With Stephen. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
always good to talk to you guys. And I'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
Hey, man, we love you. Yep. Support you 100%.
Love you guys too.
Thank you, Andrew.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All righty. We got to get to break and give something away. What are we going to give away, Packy?
What day is today, Stephen?
Friday.
Friday.
Man. Woo!
Let's do a Papa's Pizza.
Oh, it's Georgia Mountain Graydon bringing the next part of the show. So
Mike Whitmore.
yeah. So I guess we can't
Get it right around in Mike Whitmore's truck.
Papa's Pizza. Okay. Papa's Pizza to go. What's the question, Pack?
Question is, yesterday we remembered the 24th anniversary of the 9/11 attack in America. Who was the passenger on United Flight 93 that led the effort to regain control from the hijackers?
Great question.
All right,
Great
folks.
question.
Let's roll. All right, we'll be right back on the other side. All righty, we're back with you. I need to take all this stuff down where you can see our pretty faces already. We got some breaking news. You want to bring that on there? You got the information for us there, boss?
Yeah, it turns out that not only do they have the suspect in custody, but it turns out that it may have been either his dad or someone's dad that helped turn him in.
It says a minister, and this is Bill Hemmer.
Bill Hemmer, yeah, guy from Fox News.
Yeah, he says a minister turned him in with the help of his father.
Does it say his father or a father?
With the help of a father.
Of a father, yeah. So I don't know if that's his dad or someone else's dad, or I mean, heck, it says minister. Did he mean like a priest, like that kind of father? I don't know, but we'll find out.
A man of the cloth. Can we do that? A man of the cloth.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got anybody yet, Pat?
Yep, we do. We got Marzy Dotes.
Hey, I love you. See how
I always
smart
wanted to
I
hear
am?
your voice.
I love y'all too.
Yeah.
But the first thing I want to say this morning is happy anniversary to my husband, Nate.
Nice. Happy anniversary.
How many years?
17.
Oh, wow. Y'all still newlyweds.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all still newlyweds. How about
In 3 days, actually in 4 days, you will have officially outsurvived the length of my entire marriage.
Yeah.
So right on. 4 more days. You got this, Marzy Dotes.
Yeah, which one? The first
I got
one?
it.
Only one, dude. Only one.
Oh, well, yeah, happy anniversary. So I guess he's going to take you out some fancy place tonight like McDonald's.
I think we're going to conservative grounds this morning.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
nice.
Man, he does love you.
I know.
Well, I'll
I've
tell you
never-
what, we're going to send
I've
you over
never
there.
seen the Oval Office.
Hey,
so-
we're going to send you over there too with a gift certificate for a free coffee and a gift from the Trump store.
There
Okay?
you go. How about
Nice.
that?
I love driving by that place.
Yep, yep. And,
Awesome.
and Rebel Boy says, awesome. Happy anniversary to you and Nate. So there you go. All right,
Thank you.
and now you got to answer the question. What's the question?
Oh, yeah.
What's the question, Pat?
That would be Todd Beamer.
That would be correct. Congratulations.
Like, you're just racking up today. Now, if you hang up, then Nate calls in. We'll give him some stuff too.
He's here. He's listening.
Oh, is he
so-
really? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Well, happy anniversary to y'all. We sure do appreciate it. We love all the comments. And if you notice how smart I am, I got that methylene blue.
Well, if you've really taken it, let's see what color your tongue is.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Let's see. Was this whole thing a joke on him?
I just took the whole bottle. You're supposed to take it in little doses.
Just chugged it.
Yeah.
I want to be smart all at one time. I ain't got time to wait. Yeah. Yeah. I quit school because it got recess, man. I ain't got time to play. So,
I get that.
all right, girl. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Happy anniversary. Oh, Pat, you sure there's nothing else you wanted to ask? Go Andrew Clyde. Let's see if I can find the comment.
Gave you all sorts of opportunities.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, real quick on a serious note, man. Quick prayers for my mama.
Yes.
Yeah,
she's doing good.
Tough day yesterday, but she's doing good.
Yeah.
Going down there after the show.
Yeah, she's doing good. So we're glad to hear that. And he really wasn't in jail. Y'all probably didn't believe that.
Yeah, I was taking care of mama.
Got to take care of mama. So what do you think, Pat? Are you mad at us now for poking you?
No, I'm fine.
Poke that bear. I love some of these comments up here. Oh, man, I left them up just for you, Pat. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is this? Yeah, that bulldog face dripping in lemon juice look. Oh, man.
Rebel Boy has a way with words.
Quite prolific.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right, folks, we're going to keep up with all that's going on. Of course, it'll be Monday before we're back in here, so maybe by Monday we'll find out some more what's going on with Charlie Kirk.
I'll either be here or in Nashville.
Woo! You going to Nashville?
Yeah, going to Doobie Brothers concert.
Oh, man.
Monday night.
Nice. Hey, folks, y'all be safe out there. Be safe out there, and we'll talk to you about early Monday morning. Pat, we pick on you, man, but we love you.
Love you,
really
Pat.
do.
No, you don't.
You're the
That's
man.
okay.
Well,
I recognize my role.